It takes bravery to grow. It takes bravery to improve your life at anything new. It takes bravery to be bad at something, yet continuously work at it. Embarrass yourself in front of all the people that are better than you, and yet continuously push through. That takes an extreme amount of bravery, extreme amount of patience, an extreme amount of desire, and humility to grow, to level up, as you say, and reach a higher version of self. And most of us struggle with that when it comes to growth. And instead, what we do is we find excuses for why things do not work out. We try a diet and then we complain that it didn't fit our system. We quit pornography and then we give in a month later and then we say, oh, it didn't work out and I have better erections. My sex life is better when I watch porn. I'm more into it in my sex life with my partner. We come up with excuses to justify negative habits and justify the process that we chose to potentially get rid of these negative habits, and how that process did not necessarily serve us, or there's going to be all sorts of conflicts and all sorts of difficulties in the journey of quitting something, in the journey of improving oneself. And the moment we relapse, the moment we struggle, the moment we hit a difficult path, we stop and we complain. We stop and we blame. We stop and we turn around. We simply U-turn, right? Don't do that. Because no one is going to care for you the way you care for yourself. The people who love you unconditionally. That means whether you're an addict, whether you are fat or skinny, whether you are continuously ruining your life by gambling all your money away, whether you are stuck in poor relationships, they will love you unconditionally. And that's the saddest thing about love, is that most people who love you, maybe 99% of them, will never come to you and look at you in the eye and say, hey man, you're ruining your life. You better take a turn. Are you aware of where you are? Do you know what you've been doing to yourself? The unconditional love, by its nature, stops itself from becoming a true mirror for us. And so where do we get that reality check? We get it from someone who's telling you the truth, which is that you're being lazy, you're quitting, you are not holding yourself accountable, you are wasting this beautiful existence, this gift of humanity that you've been given for generations before you, thousands and thousands of years, if not millions. Your ancestors died and lived and died and lived, survived and battled for food, for hunger, physical battle against other animals and human beings, and you name it, all sorts of struggles. For you to be here today and take advantage at this, your life, the quickest possible millisecond in humanity that you get to call this experience life. Taking advantage of that, and you're sitting on your couch playing video games with your friends, then you go out for a beer and come back, and then you jerk off a little bit to some girl on the internet, and then you smoke some weed. You're wasting those beautiful seconds away without even pausing for a moment, without even pausing for a second to look in the mirror and ask yourself, what is this all about? Of course, you're supposed to enjoy your life. Of course, the purpose of existence is to have a great time. We're not putting that aside. That's a very important part of life. But not to the point where you are damaging your body, you are damaging your relationships, you are damaging the world you're living in. Not to a point where you're not creating anything new for this world. You have been created. The gift of creativity is in every single one of us. We think of artists as creators and creative minds. That is absolute nonsense. Your existence in life is a creative miracle. And if you've been created, you have the ability to create. And that's as beautifully as it can be said. It's just that simple. If someone created an airplane, you can create a pencil. And I know it sounds like a ridiculous example, right? But creativity is, man, it's like a fountain inside every single one of us. And all you have to do is to drink from it. All you have to do is find it and just dip in for a swim. And yet we neglect that because we distract ourselves in our lives doing so much else. We create all sorts of reasons for why life is important. Houses we need to buy, the cars we need to own, the bills we need to pay, the bank accounts, the retirement plans, 104Ks. It's ridiculous. All life is, at its core, survival, food, water, love, passion, which essentially leads to creativity, right? We make love, we create a human being. You're passionate about something, you make your little cave beautiful, right? You create a piece of art on the wall of your cave. And then 7,000 years later, someone finds it and they're like, whoa, there was an artist in here 7,000 years ago. That is it. The enjoyment of life is there, but not to the price that costs your life, your relationships, and the experiences to be had, and all the creative adventures you could have had. So take a moment to go within. Take a moment to look in the mirror, because the expectation that the people who love you are going to stop you one day and help you turn around, I just explained that to you. That will never happen. They love you too much to ever get in your way. They love you too much to ever stop you and encourage you to turn around. And chances are they have their own insecurities. Chances are your loved ones are also facing their own difficulties. Helping someone else, helping another person is not by any means a priority to them. And all the other people in your life are way too busy also. The responsibility is yours. The responsibility is yours to take control over your life, to create friction and stand through it, to try the new diet and actually commit to it for 3 months before you make a judgment about it, to quit the negative habit and at least go 4 weeks without it before you quit, before you give back, before you relapse back in. And even if you do, which you will, whatever it is you're quitting, whatever journey you're starting, you'll hit a point of conflict. You'll relapse at some point. But then don't get up and turn around, man. Continue on. Think of relapses as stop sign out on the street, as red lights out on the streets. When I get in my car to go from point A to point B, I'm not expecting that it's just going to be green light, zero traffic all the way through. That's just not how the traffic system works in any city, not even a major city, you're going to stop at some point. But because you stop at the red light, you're not going to think, oh man, it's over. I'm not going to go grocery shop. I'm not going to make it to my doctor appointment. I'm just going to turn around. I hit a red light. I couldn't make it. That is absolute garbage. That thought process is nonsense. Yet that's the way we operate through every aspect of our lives. Anything we do, we start school, it gets hard, we quit. We start a new job, we hit a point where we don't know what's going on. We meet someone, a few people that challenge our thought process, that challenge our thinking. We feel like we're a little bit behind. They know more than we do. And then we turn around, we're like, no, we can't be here. The moments where life slows down and you gotta push through, those are the moments we grow. Those are the moments we learn. Those are also the moments we unlearn. The moments we let go of something we thought was true, but it ain't. And we have to process that information in order to get through the gateway. We have to let go of things. And then so many of us turn around. So many of us never make it. Do not be that person. When you relapse, when you struggle to maintain the diet, when you drink the soda at 1 in the morning and smoke the weed at 2 in the morning and eat the extra slice of pizza, wherever it is, right? It's just a stop sign, man. It's just another red light. It'll turn green and you'll get through again. That's the journey you're on. Trust yourself, because no one else is going to push you. Thank you for watching.